So if you're thinking about moving to Tampa, Florida area and you're considering Wesley Chapel, you're going to want to stick around and watch this video as we're going to show you some of the pros and cons of the Wesley Chapel area.
Let's get to it.
If this is your first time on the channel, make sure you like and subscribe below to be the first to know about everything in Wesley Chapel.
I'm Debbie Diaz and this is Andres Diaz, the Diaz Group of eXp Realty. We get calls, texts, emails every day from people just like you looking to make the move to Wesley Chapel, and we absolutely love it.
So if you're looking to move in 9 days or 90 days, give us a call, let's start a plan and get you to your goal.
Let's get on it.
Right now. So as we said, today we're going to go over the pros and cons of Wesley Chapel, and we'll start off with the con. The first con is going to be traffic. As you can see from some of the videos that we're going to show here momentarily, it's going to be a love or hate it area because we're near the interstate, which can get you in and out of Tampa fairly fast. It can get you up to Ocala, it can get you down to Naples pretty fast. It can get you I-4 to go over to Orlando. But getting to the interstate,
that can be
a bit challenging.
Yeah.
They have just done a diamond interchange, a diamond diversion interchange, I believe is what it's called. It just opened up in May and they're almost done with that. And that has the pro, it has alleviated quite a bit of the traffic, but it still has its ways to go.
Right now we're standing at the Tampa Premium Outlets, and this is a pro and a con. Great because it's an outdoor shopping mall, but right now in the middle of July and August, it's pretty steamy out here. We're also actually in our rainy season, so if you're out here shopping, you're going to be running from store to store when the storms come and roll in. But it is a great place to do all your shopping. It's got high-end stores like Saks Fifth Avenue. You've got Nike, Ralph Lauren, has a little, Cole Haan's in there, Banana Republic, everything you would get at your regular malls and then some.
Back to the pros and cons. We've been in the Wesley Chapel area for about 20 years. Not having any of this, we missed it. We missed it. We enjoy it.
Everything's beautiful out here. You're going to see a lot of new stores, new palm trees, a lot of just things that we didn't have 10, 15 years ago. Now, the congestion, definitely we could do without. But like we said, you're going to have Costco, restaurants, bars, a lot of different varieties. You've got all your things like Starbucks, everything very close by.
Wesley Chapel to me is really, I mean, we really had a tough time coming up with the cons for the area. I really love the area. I think it's really built out in the last 15 years or so, and you're really not missing much. If we're going to go really dig into the cons, it's going to take you 45 minutes to get to the beach.
I'm going to say probably about an hour.
About an hour to get to the beach. I drive faster.
Clearwater Beach, St. Pete Beach, Madeira, Reddington, all those are probably going to be a little bit over an hour depending on the time in the day. Downtown is probably going to be your closest commute. But again, if you're traveling during those peak hours at 8 a.m. in the morning and 5 p.m. in the evenings, it could be a good 35, 45 minute commute. The airport, though, is also going to be another con. The airport's probably a good 35 to 45 minutes as well, but luckily it's all interstate. So again, it just depends if you're traveling during peak times.
We were born and raised in Florida, so we are a little bit spoiled. So we're not used to driving too far to go to the places that we like and use most. When I speak to a lot of folks that are moving from up north and they come here and they say, oh, 30, 45 minutes is
nothing.
That's nothing. So take it for what it's worth. We're probably about 45 minutes from MacDill Air Force Base as well. I do have veterans looking in the Wesley Chapel area, and I have active military looking in the Wesley Chapel area as well.
One of the cons actually is if you are military and looking for the VA hospital, it's actually not that far. It's probably only just a good 20 minutes away from Wesley Chapel. But there are also two, actually one large hospital, Advent, and then another one that's under construction. I believe that's Bayfront, that's coming up to be due sometime in 2023. So you've got all your doctors, hospitals, everything that you would need right here in Wesley Chapel.
So the VA hospital is probably like 20 minutes?
Yeah, right
so
up
that's not a con at all. That's definitely
a pro. Yes. Other cons.
Most of your new construction, so this area is, again, full of new construction. Most of your new construction nowadays does not include a pool, and they will not let you put in a pool. But the pro
is the Epperson Lagoon and Murata Lagoons. So there's 2 lagoons that are new to the Wesley Chapel area. They're man-made, freshwater, I want to say 7 acres. You can swim, paddleboard, I don't know, you might be able to
canoes,
kayak.
slides.
Yep.
At Epperson, they have live entertainment. They have like movie nights, tiki bar, etc. So
Ice cream.
sand, beachfront area type thing.
I want to say beach volleyball, all that outdoor stuff.
Some of the other pros, if you will, is it's a very family-oriented area, if you will. Lots of sports complexes. We have the Advent Center Ice hockey rink just up the road. That's right on the interstate, basically about a mile from where we're at, really.
Yeah.
So just on the other side of the interstate, we've seen a lot of traveling rec teams, exactly, travel teams.
Leagues, yep, they even have, I want to say 5 rinks inside of there, so they'll have public skates. They've got a bar and restaurant if you want to just watch your kids have some fun and have at it on the ice. Very, very family friendly.
You'll have to take a look for the schools yourself just to be sure, but all the response that we get, we can't go into certain things into that, but all the response that we get is the Pasco County schools are very, very good.
The one plus I would say with Pasco County is a lot of these communities are so big that they have their own elementaries and middle schools right in the community. I know Seven Oaks, which is a very large community, has Seven Oaks Elementary. You've got Meadow Point with San Pine. So a lot of these communities, you will feel safe about your kids just biking to school or walking to school, or if you're that mom that wants to go through the line every morning, you can do that as well.
I believe Wesley Chapel High School has the IB program.
You know what? I'm not exactly sure on that, but there's just so many new communities coming up. There's a lot of new construction going on with the schools. And that's one thing that you want to do is get onto the school websites for Pasco County, because a lot of people don't know this, but if you see a school that just came up within the first year, it's probably not going to get a good rating because it's still within the first couple of years. So a lot of times they say it takes at least 3 years before you start to see a pattern in a school. So it might be a C or a B the first year or 2, and then by the 3rd year, it might jump up to an A. But again, that's something you're just going to have to get onto the links and check out each school individually.
You can imagine as the area was rural and then it starts to get built out, and as residents move into those neighborhoods, that's where it makes a difference in those schools.
Another pro of Wesley Chapel, I would say, is if you are an avid golfer, there are a lot of golf courses around, public and private, but there's maybe, Lexington Oaks is maybe 5 minutes away, and that's a very, very nice course. You've got Saddlebrook,
Lake Bernadette, Saddlebrook. Zephyr Hills, which is the next city up from Wesley Chapel, has quite a few golf courses itself. There's pretty much, you can't drive probably more than 10 minutes without running into a golf course.
No, really and truly, you don't need to leave Wesley Chapel. Everything is here, and if it's not, it's going to be here within the next year or so, because new construction just keeps going up all around us.
I'm really working hard here trying to think of more cons, but
the humidity, that's
the
going to
humidity
be a
and the
con.
heat is the only con. But again, we're spoiled, we're from here, and me personally, I wouldn't trade it for snow any day.
Yeah, we love our winters. We're okay in 70 and 65 degrees and taking our Thanksgiving and Christmas pictures in tank tops and shorts.
Absolutely.
But that's why we live here in Florida.
If you enjoyed the video, make sure you stick around. Come back, check out the channel every once in a while. We put up at least 2 videos per week, all about different areas and different suburbs around the Tampa Bay area, Wesley Chapel, Land O'Lakes, Dade City, Zephyr Hills, you name it. We're gonna have videos coming up.
And if you're looking to move within 9 days to 90 days, shoot us a text, give us a call, send us an email. We are happy to help you and look forward to seeing you around town.
See you soon.